Well, welcome back, folks, to Rome 2 Divide et Impera with the Roma campaign. You may notice I've adjusted the volume levels a bit. I should be a bit louder, and the game itself should also be a bit louder, so the whole video should be more audible. You may also notice some different colors here and some factions here that didn't exist before. Also, there's an enemy army in my territory. Well, let's discuss why reality is different. So, unfortunately, I have a bad habit. I do this. That's me hitting Control S to quick save. Unfortunately, I'm not just running a Rome campaign. I'm also running a Sparta campaign in my free time just for fun. I may have taken the Divide et Impera campaign, quick saved it sometime after turn 10, around turn 14 when we last saved, and quick saved Sparta on top of that. Oops. So I had to go back like 3 or 4 turns and redo some fights, but no big deal. The main dudes are still alive, and you can see their armies are pretty much the same. Like, here's Quintus Aemilius Papus again. Here is Gaius Fabricius Licinius. The only thing that's changed with their armies is he no longer has Equites. He lost them in the Siege of Terrace. On his own, I auto-resolved it this time, and he fucking, I guess, killed them. Dumbass. More importantly, where I had left the save was right before Mr. Fabricius Licinius. Gaius, he was on the border about to take the settlement of Arretium from the Etruscans. And Ligurians, if you remember, they came in and nabbed Arretium from us and took it for themselves. This time they actually did something called liberating the city, which actually creates a brand new faction that starts off as military allies to the faction that freed them, which makes sense. So you can see here, Ravenna, the new faction, is allied with Liguria. In some ways, this is more convenient to me than it just being owned by Liguria outright, because I can actually go into diplomacy.
Sit, friend, and let us talk, and let us have good wine until we can talk no more.
And convince them through monetary means to hopefully at some point break their alliance with Ravenna, and then I can just take it without going to war with both of them, or I can just go to war with both of them. So it can be better, and I don't know. I think we have a non-aggression pact with Ravenna. Yeah.
Welcome, worthy friend.
Because they have a nice big army here. I don't want to deal with that. I want to take advantage of these two factions, because I have other problems now. So, okay, well, let's also discuss. It looks like Epirus in this reality died. Originally, in the previous game, it would appear that they managed to hold on to Apollonia, but they were at war with these Ardii. This time, they did not beat them back. They lost Apollonia around the same time they lost Terrace. I don't believe Epirus exists at all anymore. Pyrrhus died somewhere in Apollonia, it seems, so that sucks. Also, I just noticed I need to build something here. Oh, siege equipment. Yes. Send them to me. I can't get... Aw, I can't get military docks. Fuck. Okay, whatever. I'll deal with that in a minute. More importantly, here is the Children of Taichi, commanded by Hiero II. Sounds a lot like a king's name, doesn't it? It may be a king, I don't know. I don't know who ruled Syracuse during this time. Not familiar with Sicily. In this reality, it appears that Syracuse liberated 2 separate cities on the island of Syracuse, Acragas and Panormos. They've completely secured Sicily from Carthage, and as a result, they have... All 3 of these cities are military allies. They've set up a very powerful little triumvirate. And you may notice, if we go over here into the diplomacy view for Roma, they all hate me. Yeah, they both hate me. I haven't actually, like, officially discovered this one up here. But in some ways, I feel like them being allied with these 3 cities is more difficult and complex for me than it was, than it would have been for them to just own these cities outright, because each city can usually get enough just base background income from the game that boosts the AI to combat you. They can usually produce 1 full stack army each. So these 3 together, with Syracuse's help, which you can see they're producing another army right now, in addition to this army. Between them, they may be able to produce up to like 5 armies. I can barely float 1. We're only getting an income of 1,000 dinars per turn, with this army minus its equites, plus Quintus, 3 companion hoplites, and some Italian mercenaries, which are expensive, to be fair. Technologically wise, looks like we're just pushing down some paths to make mercenaries cheaper, which we're using mercenaries, so that's important.
How can I be of assistance?
Let's see, tax wise, we're just taxing people at a normal rate because why is Rome so pissed? Cultural differences. Fuck. Right. Right. I guess these guys have a different culture than us. Yeah. That's a lot of negative return. Oh, there's a negative event going on? What did I miss? Banditry. Inability of the government to deal with bandits in the region. The populace has grown restless. Oh. Great. There is a banditry rating for each city that you can reduce. It's not really easy. It's not clear to see like how to manipulate that, though. I can build a building to help with that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll build a delicatessen in Rome, I guess. That's unfortunate. I hope we don't have to deal with rebellions from Rome soon. Yeah, but no one's really happy with us. The province of Italia is still recovering from the conquests of Beneventum and Terrace. They're not very happy right now. We're not getting the max taxes because they're pissed. The only reason they're at +7 right now per turn is because Quintus is a pretty effective administrator here, with his city governor trait giving +3 public order to wherever he is. But militarily speaking, this is a pretty scary force. This is pretty scary. Hang on, let me cough here real fast. I don't know how powerful these Syracusan hoplites are. Looks like just a basic hoplite description, so I guess they're just standard line hoplites. I don't know how like they compare to maybe Spartans. I would guess they'd be somewhere below Spartans. They have these Brudian infantry, who are these are gonna be kind of similar to like late Roman Republic Hastati. They're swordsmen, which is scary. Swordsmen can do pretty well against spearmen usually, to some extent. Divide et Impera isn't so rock paper scissors on that though. And then they have these veteran sellswords. They have some Hippa Contiste, which aren't too scary. They have mercenary spearmen. Some Greek slingers are This is true, by the way. If you look at that description there, often scratch ouch onto their shots. They also scratch, I believe they would have embossed pig, like insults like pig and such, and they'd also have, my personal favorite, we found a couple that say catch on them, which I think is hilarious. Yeah, but this is a scary army. This is a lot of troops. Pretty sure they're going to move into Cosentia next turn. I've got, it's a paltry defensive force, and it is winter. The season is winter. Fabricius was only over here by Taurus, but he just can't travel that fast during winter. I have a spy here, so you can try to steal their provisions to prevent their movement. It's only a 35% chance of success and a 10% chance that she'll just straight up be wounded, but I have to try it.
Mischief.
She fails. Yep.
I apologize.
I could reload the game several times until that eventually succeeds, but I'm not gonna bother. We're gonna have to accept the consequences of not knowing that they're coming. And you notice I have her down here, Miss Postumia Scapula, whatever. I'm trying. I have her down here because I anticipated this. I knew there might be something coming. I moved her down, and the next turn, here they come. Alright, let's see if we're gonna be defending Cosentia. If we are, I would not expect a victory. I'm hoping Gaius's presence near Cosentia will be enough to discourage him. Mr. Hiero II of Syracuse. Syracuse historically was a notoriously tough egg to crack. Their walls stood unbreached for quite some time, if I recall correctly. I think Athens launched a couple of invasions attempting to take Syracuse and failed. And I think Syracuse actually requested the aid of some Spartan generals to help her out in her time of need. I forget which, though. Okay, we're protected from a succession. We have an event to deal with. Okay. He got some sort of mythical deer. Cool. Good for him. I don't care. You can have whatever fawns you want. Alright, they've decided to fortify. I'm okay with that. We can work with this. I really need cavalry. I really need oh, shit. I just closed out of the game. I got a message. I tried to close out of it, and the game's like, you want to check this message, right? No. It's spring. Gaius, can you reach this turn? You can. They're probably going to retreat. I wish we had archers. I really wish we had archers. Rome does not have access to archers early on. That makes me real sad. Maybe when we take Syracuse, we'll get access to some Greek archers. There's a really cool recruitment system in the mod that does not exist in Rome 2 Vanilla. Where when you capture a city, you get access to like local troops. It's called an AOR recruitment system. Like if I look here to Terrace, I believe... Yeah, see? I have access to Tarentine cavalry here. At level 2, I get access to these Apulian Extraordinari. Need to sign out of Steam. Set myself to offline. I don't know if that'll work. Last time I updated Steam, I told it to stop reminding me of people. Don't care. I don't care what games people are playing. It's not important to me. But every time Steam updates, they're just like, well, you need to know about it. Someone's playing Warframe. Which I don't give a fuck.
I do.
Okay. Failing to sabotage, spending money on that shit. Alright, so we've got Quintus here to offer assistance to Legio II Adiutrix under Fabricius. Let's see if they want to give battle. Okay, they do. Good, we can have a decisive fight here. We have the Syracusan Hoplite. I'm concerned. This might be bloody. It might be pretty bloody, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and close the video off here though, and I'll see y'all on the battle map.